Alrighty guys, we all know about the whole rapid fire thing that went on last season where the rapid fire was actually better than any other SMG in the game. Well, what if I told you that there's a brand new gun this season that not a lot of people realize is actually the best SMG in the game? And the best part is, it's not an actual SMG. Now, I'm sure you guys saw the thumbnail, so you already know what we're talking about, but just for you guys who don't know for some reason, we are talking about the LMG. Alright, now I'm not gonna do what a lot of YouTubers do and make you watch their gameplay to see how broken it is, because that's not really accurate. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you real facts, pros and cons of it versus other SMGs that are in the game right now. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and compare the best possible SMGs that are in the game right now. So, we've got, I think, the gold tactical SMGs in the game. I think you have to upgrade to get it, but we have the golden tac right here, the blue suppressed, and the LMG, which is technically, I believe, an AR, correct? Yes, it is technically an assault rifle, but it works as an SMG. So let's go ahead and start off with just comparing the different specs on them so that you guys understand why I'm saying the LMG is so much better than any of these SMGs and why you should carry it over them. Alright, so first off, we got the legendary tactical submachine gun. 189 damage per second, 21 damage, 9 bullets a second fire rate, 25 magazine size, and 1.9 second reload time. Alright, so that's actually pretty solid. It's not as good as it was used to, of course, but it's still a really good gun regardless. Next up, we have the suppressed submachine gun. 171.6 damage per second, 22 damage, 7.8 fire rate, magazine size of 30, and reload time of 2 seconds. But now, look at these stats. 208 damage per second, which is more than both of these SMGs right here. 26 damage per shot, so that's 4-shot kill if they don't have shields. 8-shot kill if they do have shields. A fire rate of 8 per second, which is more than the suppressed submachine gun and just 1 bullet less than the tactical submachine gun. A magazine size of 100 and a reload time of 4.7 seconds. Now, 4.7 seconds is a lot, but with 100 magazine size, you only have to reload this thing once per game. I mean, like, okay, let's go ahead and do the math first and then do some tests. Okay, let's go ahead and just start off with how long you can spray until you have to reload. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start off with the tactical submachine gun. Alright, so the tactical submachine gun, I will show you right here. You can go ahead, shoot it, hold it down, and it will shoot for a total of 2.78 seconds. That is kind of rounded because it's a really long numerical number, but essentially 2.78 seconds until you have to reload. So the suppressed SMG has a little bit of a longer fire rate of 3.4 seconds, but I mean, still not anything too crazy. Still not anything too crazy, but you know, I mean, it does its job. So we'll go ahead, let me show you this. So yeah, and next up for the LMG, this beefy gun right here. Yeah, that was 12.5 seconds of no reload for just a 4.7 second reload. So obviously the LMG comes on top here for amount of time being able to spray. Next up, we'll go ahead and look purely at damage. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and analyze damage to see which one is the best for damage. If you guys didn't know, I already know the answer to this, but we'll go ahead and go over it anyways. So body shot, 26 for the LMG, headshot, 39, so pretty solid. Next up, we have the suppressed, body shots 22, 38 headshot. So, as you can see, it pretty close on the headshot, kinda. 39, 38, I mean, pretty close. And then the tactical submachine gun, 21 body shot, 36 headshot. So headshot, they're all pretty close with the LMG coming out on top, but the body shot, LMG definitely takes the win. Now, we're gonna go into our next area, which is accuracy. Alright, time to do the 10-meter test. So we're gonna go ahead, just put our crosshair on their body, do no recoil control at all. Alright, pretty fast. Completely lasered. Tactical SMG. Took a tiny bit longer, I think. And now for suppressed SMG. That was definitely the slowest. Alright, now for anything past 10 meters, I am going to do recoil control for all of the guns, just because the LMG is not able to actually keep its crosshair, because the big downside to it is the recoil, which we'll get into in a minute. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, head back 15 meters here. And I will be doing recoil control for all the shots, just how I would naturally do it in-game, and here we go. Pretty fast, pretty accurate. Just the only thing there is a good bit of recoil. Alright, almost no recoil there. I actually dragged my crosshair down, but still pretty fast. And still pretty fast. So all about the same at that range. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and jump from 15 meters to 25 meters to see how the LMG does. Once again, doing some recoil control, because it just doesn't really work if you don't have any recoil control. Once again, get into that in a little bit. Right now we're doing more of the pros for the LMG, and we'll discuss the cons in a minute. Okay, so we're 25 meters here. We'll go ahead and do ADS all the way down. Still a laser. And we'll do the same for the suppressed. Definitely a lot slower than the LMG there. And the tactical, about the same as the suppressed. Maybe a little bit different, but nothing too visibly different. Now, we're gonna go ahead, back up to 30 meters. See how it does there. Still pretty fast. A little bit slower than earlier because of the bullet drop off. And about the same as the suppressed. And now we'll go ahead, let's just go ahead and move back to 40 meters. Really test these at range. Still pretty fast. Here we go. This is a big point that I'm wanting to bring up. Notice, the SMGs now are doing 9 damage, while, what's this thing doing? Still 26. So obviously, the LMG has better range than both of these SMGs. But that does come with our next section. So let's go into recoil. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a demonstration. I'll literally hold my mouse on frame so you guys can see it, so you know I'm not doing any sort of recoil control. And let's go ahead and test the LMG's recoil. So it shoots up a little at the start, and then it kind of calms down. And we'll do it ADS as well. Shoots up a little at the start, and then stays pretty still from there. Alright, next up we'll go ahead and do the suppressed SMG, same sort of deal. Goes up barely at all, and then stays about right there. And lastly, the tactical SMG. It's about the same as the suppressed. It goes up a tiny bit, and then stays there pretty still. So, what does this tell us? Does this mean that the LMG is worse than the SMGs because it has recoil? Not for a decent player. It really doesn't take too long to learn recoil patterns, especially if you played games like Valorant or CSGO, where recoil patterns are a big thing to hitting a lot of shots in those games. So once you know the basic recoil pattern and knowing I just need to move my mouse a little bit down right at the start when I shoot this and then hold it still, you'll be good. So for the LMG, the recoil is a little worse, which will affect you more at range. So the SMGs technically take the win on that one, but once you know the recoil patterns, I would still say take the LMG based on the current data that we have. Alright, now let's go ahead and get to the big cons of the LMG. So, what's the biggest difference you see here? Obviously, the ammo. Instead of taking SMG ammo, which is a lot more easy to find, it does take AR ammo, which is a little more rare than SMG ammo, so that can be kind of expensive. And if you're running it as your SMG, then you are only burning up your AR ammo, because only SMGs and pistols use light bullets. So if you have it paired with an AR, you're going to be wasting through your AR ammo pretty fast. But if this thing is truly as good as I say it is, it should help you get kills a lot easier. And what does that equal? That equals you getting more AR ammo. So it kind of balances out. Usually end game, you'll have a ton of AR ammo, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Your only concern is early game, but even if you don't get any ammo for it from the henchmen you get them from, you still have 100 magazine, which is plenty to get you through the early game. Now, I just mentioned the next thing. You do have to get them from henchmen. So with such a good weapon, there is going to be some risk, which is you have to get them from henchmen, and you can only get them at Doom's Domain. There is a blue variant, which I believe you can get from those like faction chest things like scattered across the map, but we'll go ahead and just say the most for sure way is to get them from henchmen. So there's 2 of them on the map, and they are both located right next to each other at the bottom of Doom's domain. You can go ahead, take these guys out. You and your duo partner can both have LMGs and then dominate the lobby, but that does come with the risk of actually fighting for those LMGs and fighting for Doom's domain, which means you're going to be in a lot of action. So what that means is it's not going to be easy to get, essentially. High risk, high reward, and pretty much if you get the LMGs, you're also going to end up getting the mythics, because if you make it out of Doom's domain alive, you should have the mythics as well. So that means you'll have the bomb of the gauntlet along with the LMGs. Not overpowered at all. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So now, does this still make the LMG worth going for if it's at such a high risk location? And that honestly depends on your playstyle. If you like landing, getting a ton of loot, you know, trying to make it to mid game before you push any fights, no, the LMG is not worth going for. But if you're a really aggressive player like me and a lot of my friends are, yeah, definitely go for it. If you guys want a guide on how to land at Doom's domain and get the LMGs right off the bat within like the first 10 seconds of landing, go ahead, video somewhere on screen. I think there's like a little eye thing that you can click over here, something. I don't know. If not, it'll be in the description. So yeah, go ahead, check out that video so you guys know how to land at Doom's domain every time so you can get the LMGs. Also, while you're at it, leave a like on the video. That'd be very nice. By liking the video, it helps my video get to others, which means more people can learn about this nice trick. Which I guess it's kind of bad for you, but you know, still like the video. I could have kept this a secret and me and my duo could have won every game, but I'm sharing it with you guys so you guys can do the same for other people. So that being said, I hope this video did help you guys some, and if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.